Hello. Before we get into this, I just wanted to tell you that I am so sorry for the audio issues that I have with my microphone. I plan on getting a new one at some point, but the noises you hear in the background are completely non intentional. Um, my microphone is pretty much broken right now, and I plan on saving up to get a new one soon. I apologize, and please bear with me while I get a new one. Thank you so much. Please enjoy. The problems with relationships in 2025. So, you're either born in 2000 or maybe in '09. Needless to say, you're Gen Z. Growing up, everyone obviously has the moments where they fall in love with someone in their school. Trust me, we all did. Then, we get our first heartbreaks, we find someone new, get with them, the cycle repeats. However, it feels like after the pandemic had hit us, everyone just switched. Coming from a rough spot in life, I had also went through the cycle of having my first middle school crushes and all the way to my first heartbreaks. Dating felt so easy in 2019 and earlier. However, in 2025, it feels almost impossible. As someone who is still in high school, yes, I know I am indeed a super senior, finding someone feels almost impossible. The term love, via the dictionary, means to have an intense feeling of deep affection or a great interest and pleasure in something. What does this mean? Well, it feels like in 2025 that the whole world has thrown out these terms. On one side of the spectrum, you have the fiends for lust, who just want you for your body and then throw you out when they find someone completely hotter and possibly better than you. As for the other side, you have the people that have double standards and or have entirely high standards for their own well-being. Example, there is this girl in my English class and she tells me almost every day that she talks to this guy that she wants. However, recently she found out that he got a girlfriend, so she starts complaining how she may need a sneaky link. Yeah. So, I look at her and tell her that I am not sure who would be interested in that. I'd volunteer, but I have too much going on. She, of course, looks at me and goes, "No offense." Of course, I didn't take any offense to this, as I am not the most popular guy on earth, and of course, I don't look like a Justin Bieber or a model. I am about average. Now, why does this have to do with relationships in 2025? It is related because the issues with trying to find someone feels like finding a needle in the haystack. Let me explain. There are so many dating apps in today's society that if you scroll enough, you'll only find models trying to promote their social medias. I'm sure you know which one I speak of, or you may be lucky to find someone who isn't there to promote their media accounts and may be looking for a relationship. However, from my personal experience, almost all of these end up in about three ways. 1. You two talk, get to know one another, and they ghost you. You lose interest, unmatch, and go find someone else, repeating the cycle. 2. You do everything in one, except the ghosting. You reach the stage where you exchange maybe your Snapchat or Instagram, and everything escalates from there. Or 3. Everything happens, you have their social medias, you are talking, and then boom, situationship. You might be wondering what a situationship is, and to be honest, it needs no introduction, because we have all experienced it. A situationship is dating, but where a specific person fills a specific need and you don't have an intent to form a committed relationship. If this has happened to you, you obviously know what I'm talking about. However, if you don't, then allow me to further explain. A situationship can lead to many things. The prime one is where both parties are stuck in the talking stage, and then someone begins to become distant, leaving you stuck and frustrated. The other situationship is where you are technically in a relationship, just without the title, and then of course there is intimacy. There are multiple ways I could explain, and realistically, I could probably go on for hours. However, I won't. Another issue that seems no one really addresses is the fact that the term loyalty is heavily brushed for its real term, and is stuck with some crunched, twisted candy version that everyone seems to use now. What I mean by this is loyalty seems to be questioned a lot in a relationship. Cheating is no stranger to the world, and honestly, it sucks for both parties. On one side, you get cheated on. You're heartbroken, upset, and depressed. As for the other side, you're either upset and wanting to try and fix things. However, chances are you'll only make it worse. Or you just don't care at all. And to those people who don't care, you, sir, or ma'am, have no soul. What loyalty should be is where both parties are committed to the relationship, are willing to communicate, sacrifice things, and always make sure they do not commit adultery. Then again, now everyone in today's society has begun to see cheating as a normal occurrence. Due to this, it has led to so many more issues for people such as me, or maybe even you. Now, finding a relationship feels like a challenge of how long you can hold out. With my experiences, I have either been cheated on, ghosted, abused, or used. And it is sad to believe that this is just a normal thing to do now. For a majority of the world, if you do not look like some godly model who is a 20 out of 10 with a built body, perfect hair, and beautiful eyes, or if you aren't rich, you are just a nobody, and no one wants you. Harsh, am I right? Unfortunately, this is how the world sees this topic nowadays. And it sucks because if you are looking for something genuine, you are or will always be someone's last option. Then you become frustrated, depressed, and eventually you just say, fuck it, and give up. Dating in 2025 truly sucks. And now everyone pretends they want something so genuine, yet no one really knows what they want. In my personal opinion, for those who struggle with relationships like I do, my advice is to focus on yourself. Improve on everything that you can, one step at a time. Granted, you may not be some hot guy or sexy female right now, but in time, eventually, someone will come into your life and see your values. Never put yourself down for anyone, and don't let them drag you down, preventing your progress to grow. We are all human, but remember, life is a learning process, and in order to grow and mature, you must learn.